Hello viewers, so here we are then having a look at the Ferrari at Monza. You can see the new animation sequence of climbing into the car, preparing for the race as the engineer straps me in. I always like these little intros they've created. This year you can see the car bodywork's all looking a bit nicer, a bit more polish, a bit more detail on everything. Every year it looks better and better, and this is certainly the best year yet. I'm prepared to go out. I don't believe I've had any practice for this. I had very short time on the game, so it's just a case of jumping in and recording what I could for you guys. And so exiting the pits for a quick race. Again, nice detail there. Really is looking very authentic now in terms of the whole look and feel of the environments. Detail on the tarmac, lighting, polish on the car, texture on the car. Really nice this year to see. They've really taken a step forward there. Just little refinements every year as we wait for the start. Waiting for those lights. I was sitting just up there to the right a couple of years ago. Fantastic views. You see the cars get away so quickly down the inside, Alonso style. And it's going to be some late braking Alonso style, not entirely intentionally. I didn't know when to brake then. I was like, oh, slight touch there. I think it's on Lewis in front of me, but never mind, just made it to the corner. Not the first time I've done that, but often forgetting my braking points at the very start there. And so now just having a tour. See the replay there in the bottom corner we've got as well, just to give you guys a rough idea. I see people talking about replays. Replays is something I talk about a lot myself, something I talk to the developers a lot about myself, and quite often it appears to be that replays are difficult for the hardware in terms of rendering the cars and certain details. I don't know the ins and outs of why a TV replay would put more weight in terms of processing and stuff like that, but it certainly seems to be an issue at the moment that should be resolved on the next generation. So we'll be seeing better replays in the future, no doubt. You'll see all the AI cars behind me. I'm holding them all up, clearly. I was sort of aware of that. I was just making my own way, missing the inside there. So this isn't a fast lap time by any means. It's just having a quick feel for it, and so I can give you guys some information. As ever, the handling is feeling quite intuitive. It feels better for me than it did in 2012. Actually, I only had a quick go on 2012, but I found... for me, 2011 was the one I found most intuitive myself, personally, and it feels better this year. There's something about it. The car is going roughly where I want it to, and that's a good feeling to have on the game early at this stage. Of course, I'm playing with a pad, and of course I play with a wheel. It does sound like an excuse when you're used to using a wheel and then you use a pad, but you really just don't. Once you get used to using a wheel, you really just don't get the same feel, the same precision from it, especially with turning, as you do with the pad, because it's so, it still feels quite digital in its own way. It still does jerk the car into a corner. You can see those little edges on the steering there. Couldn't remember my braking point here. I was braking just a bit too late every time, so just having to familiarise myself with that. If I had more time to do a few more laps, have a restart, I would have run this all a lot better for you guys, but at the same time it's a very brief introduction. So part 1, you've seen the Brands Hatch. Part 2 and 3, we've had developer interviews. I hope that's covered many of the points, at least what they can at the moment. And of course then here we see some Ferrari action at Monza. Hopefully Fernando will do well at this race after a good run at Spa. Just a shame about the qualifying, but certainly the performance of the car was good. It was right up there. The Ferrari's been a bit ups and downs this season. Incredible at Barcelona. Since then, the form's not been there. Mainly qualifying letting them down. As I go a bit wide there in the Parabolica. But no problem on the power again. And you shouldn't be looking behind. Almost sent me into the barrier. As you can see the AI there having a little battle of their own behind me. It's always great when you see cars side by side going down that straight. You feel the power, you feel it go through your body as they fly past you so quick, knowing that if they touched, could be terrible crash there. So it's a great feeling being there at the racetrack and seeing how close these guys get, how professional they are. Again, a little bit better on that chicane. I've still not got my braking point right, so I need to be braking before the 100-yard board is that, but I need to have a few more laps. I think it'll be much more comfortable once I get it on the wheel and get into my rhythm. Hopefully do some longer runs on there. Just trying to go too quick in that second section. So the Lesmo there catching me out, but keeping it straight. Otherwise I would have spun out if I tried to actually make the corner. So we come up to Ascari for the final time. So that's been a quick video, viewers, of F1 2013. I hope you've enjoyed that little run. Might have given you some more information. And we've got another video to come on F1 2013, looking at one of the scenario modes. And as ever, there'll be more from me, more F1 action, more action from Gamescom, all very soon.